Hey, what's up, everybody? This is yours truly, the hardcore princess Jules Malone, and today you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
We are wrestling with WWE WrestleMania Backlash review. It was last week, and if you were smart, how'd you listen to it, Scooter?
You listen to it only on the remix, only on UMB Sports 2.
And this was definitely a pay-per-view that happened. Let's get into it. Triple threat match, Raw Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley defeated Asuka and Charlotte to retain in 15 minutes and 22 seconds. Do we buy Rhea Ripley as Raw Women's Champion? Has she done enough for us to kind of say, okay, Scooter?
I would say so. I mean, we all called this, exactly how it went down. And I mean, Rhea has asserted herself as Raw Women's Champion.
What say you, Kaliko?
She needed it because at the end of the day, we all remember what happened last year when Charlotte beat her at Mania. So to me, that would be the biggest hurdle for her is Charlotte, and it's good to keep teasing it at least until I would think they would finally get it on at SummerSlam. But knowing how these stories go, they might do it like in the next 5 weeks in Hell in a Cell, but at least keep them two, engaged because that's basically what it's gonna be. And prayers for Asuka because that girl, unless she goes to SmackDown. But hell, we haven't even talked about a draft, but that's a whole other thing. Next match.
Rhea and Dominic Mysterio defeated the Dirty Dogs to win the SmackDown Tag Team Championships in 17 minutes. Rey Mysterio and Dominic are the first ever father-son tag team champions. Does this do anything for Dominic's career, or is it just more of the history-making aspect of it that they did it?
You know what's funny? This would have been better if they did it on Father's Day. Because the next pay-per-view is Hell in a Cell on Father's Day. Wouldn't you think that moment would have been bigger on Father's Day?
That would make sense.
Like, first father-son tag team champions on Father's Day. But I already told you, if they were getting the belts, that means the Usos are coming. I'm just letting you know where that's going to go. The Usos are coming. Count the chickens, they coming. And I don't know what they do with Rude and Ziggler, but I would have liked to seen them get that, like, beat them, and then because it would have made more sense for the Dirty Dogs to win and then Ray and them get a rematch at Hell in a Cell because of the fact that outside interference, like the fact that Dirty Dogs beat them up was the sole reason of the loss. Get the rematch, Hell in a Cell, Father's Day, father's son wins the tag titles against all odds. But what they did was they made Dominic beat Ziggler, then beat Rude, and then come in on broken ribs and win the match. It doesn't make sense. Because if he had lost to those two and then won, it would have been bigger because it was more like, well, shit, this dude's been taking his ass whoopings ain't no way in hell. Oh shit, he comes out and gets lucky one night. But the way that they put the wins and losses together, it didn't seem that surprising, right?
Sure. Anything you want to add to that, Scooter?
Nope, that actually sums it up perfectly.
Lumberjack Zombie match. Damian Priest defeats The Miz in 7 minutes.
Yeah.
SmackDown Women's Championship match. Bianca Belair defeated Bayley to retain the title in 16 minutes. It seems like they're giving Bianca, the trial by fire. Sasha Banks, then Bayley, the two of the four horsewomen.
But Bailey will be back.
Oh
She'll
yeah.
be back.
Scooter, anything you want to add?
I mean, aside from what looked to be somewhat of a botched ending,
I think it was on purpose. Because Bailey could make the claim. Bailey could make the claim because the way that Bianca won with the hair, Bailey's going to make the claim that she cheated and try to finagle into a rematch. So I mean,
yeah.
that's basically what they're going to do. Because I mean, after Bailey, who's gonna challenge Bianca? Is the bigger question.
We will see. Triple threat match. WWE Champion Bobby Lashley defeated Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman to retain in 14 minutes 11 seconds. They are actually really going with Bobby Lashley, and I think that's kind of what they had to do at this point, right, guys?
I mean,
Yeah.
Drew had 18 million title shots, so no. Braun, Braun, it would have been surprising for Braun to win, but I mean, Lashley's on another level, and the biggest premise is everybody's watching him now with Lashley, because you remember when Kofi got the belt 2 years ago, and everybody was kind of counting down to when he was going to lose because he was black type of deal. I mean, that's how black wrestling fans saw it. So they're looking at him. They're looking at him, and unlike Kofi, Lashley's very, very credible. Like physique, his background. I mean, he's essentially Brock Lesnar but black.
Brock Lesnar.
If you really want to look at the accolades. So now it's just a matter of how big is he gonna go. I'm assuming that him losing to Kofi, which had to have been a bitch for Drew, because Drew gets all these chances, can't beat him. Kofi catches him one night and got him. But that just tries to show the randomness of the WWE. But I mean, I expect Lashley to retain, and the biggest question is who are going to be the next faced opponents. That's what I always ask about that, because Lashley's being pushed as a heel. So Braun is not really a face heel. Drew is true face. Who else is true face that's going to have credibility? So that's why Kofi got the win.
True.
On Raw, that is.
And lastly, Roman Reigns defeated Cesaro to retain the Universal Championship. In 27 minutes and 31 seconds. Is Cesaro a credible, challenger for a major championship, Scooter?
After this, yes.
Oh,
After that, no.
and Kalika?
Oh hell yeah! And you know what the smartest thing that they did? Had Seth injure the shoulder even more to delay the fact that he's going to have to fight him or Roman again, because you can make an argument he could get another title shot.
Oh, true.
And I feel like it's coming, but they don't. And to me, this is probably the smartest thing that they did. They are not trying to force feed it back to back like they do with Raw. They're actually letting Roman beat Cesaro and then try to carry on, and then Cesaro comes back, and then we can see how much he's improved and change his game up. Till then, Roman's still running the show, looking for somebody else, which is pretty smart on SmackDown's part. Whoever runs SmackDown needs a raise. Just saying. A raise and a promotion.
All right. Everything that's been said, and I think this was our shortest review ever of a show. The show as a whole, Scooter, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
Thumbs in the middle.
Carlico.
I would say, honestly, other than the zombie match, it was a solid wrestling show. It was solid wrestling on that show. So I'll give it like that 0.75. That thumbs is kind of not too high, but not too low. Not middle, but middle to high.
All right. And I say thumbs up the ass. And that will conclude our coverage of WrestleMania Backlash. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. Join us this Wednesday for an interview with the owner of Without a Cause Wrestling, Max Zaleski. Should be a good one. And of course, this episode was sponsored by Rogue Energy. Use promo code Wrestling with E for 10% off your next purchase. And you can follow the show at Wrestling with E both on Twitter and Instagram. And you can follow us individually as well. I am at JamesJ993. Where can they find Kaliko?
And I am Kaliko. Waves and curls, shout out. AEW, I see you, baby.
Yes, big congratulations to Waves and Calls. Friends of the show. And where can they find Scooter?
As always, you can find me in bed next to your girl, or find me on Twitter at Scooter Dust, holding it down for the UNB network at UNBS Wrestling, and of course, play live for St. Jude's with the Smoking Dragons, twitch.tv/Smoking Dragons.
For Kaliko Yacht, Scooter Dust, I'm James Shea, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.